Good afternoon, and welcome to Sales Manager Training, getting to know the roles, tasks, duties, and responsibilities of account sales managers. Presented today by Eric Doyle. Table of contents of what you'll be discussing today include developing and maintaining strong relationships with customers for new business pitches, responding to customer needs in a timely and professional manner, coordinating and utilizing customer feedback to enhance services, maintaining broad and up-to-date industry knowledge, developing and managing sales forecast objectives, optimizing products and services to maximize profitability, participating in trade meetings to promote company's products, developing business and marketing plans to meet company goals, developing and implementing sales strategies, maintaining accurate sales and marketing records, monitoring and controlling expenses according to the budgetary guidelines, providing sales training to account executives, managing current assigned accounts effectively, as well as collecting and analyzing competitor activities, including pricing, products, strategies, and etc. The first topic we're going to discuss today is developing and maintaining strong relationships with customers for new business pitches. The reality is that business relationships are just like any other relationship. They require some effort to maintain, and they must be mutually beneficial. As in any relationship, you must be willing to give, share, and support, not just take or receive. The second topic for discussion is responding to customer needs in a timely and professional manner. We hear all the talk about customer service and responsiveness. It's interesting to note just how many businesses talk a good game but don't deliver. We can all relate experiences with business where an appropriate sense of urgency didn't seem to exist. One area that seems to stand out in responding to customer inquiries and complaints: most customers will expect to have their requests responded to in a reasonable time frame. But what is reasonable? There is no standard rule of thumb to define response time. Believe it or not, responsiveness is a strategic issue and can be used to differentiate your business from your competitors. Therefore, the standards you establish for responding to all customer issues will determine the level of differentiation you achieve. The next topic: coordinating and utilizing customer feedback to enhance services. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to miss opportunities. We need to remain focused on customer feedback to be continually working to improve our processes. Below are a few ideas of how we can do this. The first idea is the use of social media to get feedback. In today's Twitter world, Facebook, LinkedIn, it's important to have a presence in all these areas. Customers can contact you through there. You could also set up focus groups on these sites, which is part of step 2. A good way is through webinars and asking employees on the front line what common complaints are. You have to engage the customer to help set expectations. The next topic of discussion is maintaining broad and up-to-date industry knowledge. If we don't keep up with news and trends, we can miss key opportunities and be caught unaware. Although keeping up with industry news may seem to be just one more thing to add to your to-do list, there are several important benefits. First, you'll make better decisions, and you'll spot threats and opportunities early on, which can give you a competitive edge. This is especially important if you contribute to shaping your organization's strategy. Secondly, keeping up to date with your industry is key for building expert power. By developing expertise in your job and your industry, you'll earn the trust and respect of the people around you. From a leadership perspective, this is invaluable. Finally, it will alert you to changes in your market, your product, or your company that you need to think about. The next step: developing and managing sales forecast objectives. We all know the most critical part of any business is the sales forecast, which drives changes in revenues, costs, cash flows, assets, and liabilities. Building the sales forecast and formulating product and service marketing strategies are prerequisites for an effective sales manager. In this process, certain assumptions are made about conditions of the operating environment. The planning process should consider economic, financial, and competitive conditions and factor these into sales forecast as well as other financial projections. Optimizing products and services to maximize profitability is another key step in becoming an effective sales manager. Traditional decision-making processes often lack the ability to address customer demand profitability. We need to know what customers are making us the most money. Consumers want more customized product offerings and buying experiences, which is why we must understand which customers are making us profitable. Products, technologies, and market dynamics are evolving faster than ever. This is why it is essential to keep up with the times. Participating in trade meetings to promote company products is another key step in the effectiveness of a sales manager. Building awareness of your brand through distribution of products that create visibility for your company or your organization. Participating in trade fairs allows buyers and sellers to meet, exhibit their products. It also allows us to reach new markets, identify new business opportunities. We can also develop and establish trade partnerships and new contacts with international buyers, foreign institutions, as well as local buyers. Developing business and marketing plans to meet company expectations and goals. Knowing where your business is headed is a big part of figuring out how to make it a success. The single most important thing for a business to include in its marketing plan is a clear understanding of its customers and competitors. So a sales manager must essentially know its customers and its competitors equally well. To identify your target customers, you can do this one of numerous ways. There's tons of different customers in potential markets, but to succeed faster and better, a sales manager must study the market to determine the characteristics of its best target customers. The target customer should be described in detail. In so doing, one also develops a clearer picture of the expected sales revenue and financials. As I said, you also have to focus on your competition. Define the competitors you face, who would also want your target customers, and from whom you will take customers to build your business. Sales managers seldom take the time to study their competitors in depth, but you must understand who your competitors are, what their core competitive advantage is, and how they will respond to your offerings, such as price cuts, increased communication, etc. Remember, there is always a competitor. Never make the mistake of assuming there isn't one. Developing and implementing sales strategies. Planning and creating an effective sales strategy requires looking at the long-term sales goals and analyzing the business sales cycles, as well as meeting with salespeople about their personal career goals. Going through these exercises helps business owners and sales managers gain a more intimate knowledge of their sales intervals, seasonal changes, and what motivates their sales team. After creating the long-term sales strategy based on long-term goals, sales managers should create monthly and weekly sales strategies based on the long-term strategy. This allows for short-term performance measurement of the sales team. Maintaining accurate sales and marketing records. I know for some, paperwork seems like a waste of time, but keeping good records is a useful way to see where time and money is spent, as well as where it is being made. Keeping records of marketing activities will also show you what is working and what is not. Now remember, a good record-keeping system should be designed and used with the following factors in mind: simplicity, understandability, reliability, accuracy, consistency, and timeliness. The next step, monitoring and controlling expenses according to budgetary guidelines, is another key factor that separates mediocre sales managers from excellent sales managers. Expenses are something that need to be monitored closely if you want your sales team to stay profitable. Costs must be reasonable. Both the nature and the amount of a cost must reflect prudent action at the time the decision was made to incur the costs. You must be able to allocate all costs to a specific work team or company mission. They must reasonably benefit the organization, and it must be for the necessary overall operation of the organization. Providing sales training to account executives is another important key task for sales managers. Training is a very, very important part of being a sales manager. Sales training is more critical and vital to today's organizations than ever before. The companies that are winning are growing revenue through increased sales, not just decreasing expenses. These are helpful tips on how to excel at sales training. 1. Remember to apply time management techniques to sales training. 2. Choose a few short training sessions over one long session. People don't tend to remember things and get bored easily after 15 to 30 minutes. Split up your sales team in order to maximize their strengths. Make sure your sales team recognizes what is expected of them. And use advanced technology wherever possible. Managing current assigned accounts effectively. To grow in business and sales, you don't just need to pursue new customers, but you need to effectively manage your current customers. An analysis of current accounts in your district or territory is essential for a successful team. It is important for a sales manager to understand the numbers in any given area will only grow if the current customers are being taken care of. By analyzing which customers are currently profitable and which aren't, you will be better equipped to deal with current customers while striving to develop new ones. Collecting and analyzing competitor activities, including pricing, products, strategies, etc. As you've heard mentioned today, a lot of what sales managers need to focus on isn't just the day-to-day tasks, but the overall big picture. Analyzing competitors as well as customers will help you do this. It's a vital task for the success of any sales manager. Knowing what options your customers have is a great way to sell them on your product or services. Keeping your pricing and marketing strategies in line with your competitors is another great way to keep reaching for new and higher sales goals. If a sales manager is not keeping an eye on his competition, then he will fall behind and his company will suffer the consequences. I'd like to do a quick wrap-up with you. I know the aforementioned information may be a lot to take in, and it may seem like there was too much to be done as a sales manager. While it may not be possible to master all of these tasks immediately, in time with practice, any of us can master these activities. Thank you for listening and have a great day.